Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. I still have green background behind me. This is home, such an amazing place and refreshing place to be. And we are all waiting for the Supreme Court verdict. Now, I want us to look at the dysfunctionality of the IEBC Commission in the just conducted general election. This came out very bold in the Supreme Court case that was going on. But just before that, are you staying abroad in a foreign country, in US, and other European countries, and you want to install best solar power to your friends, relatives, and family members here in Kenya? Then do not look somewhere else. The best solution for you is at powerafricasolar.com. Visit their website. And one thing you can actually, you will realize is they have branches in Kenya, in US, here in Nairobi, in Kisumu, and US in California. So why am I saying that this is the best offer for you? Because they have offices in US. You can remove the middlemen, conduct the transaction from the US California office, make the payment in US, then the installation will be done here in Kenya. But why are they saying it's the best? It's the best because what they're installing in Kenya is actually they buy the parts and the gadgets from the European countries, that the US, Italy, and other countries in Europe. So this is the best for you. Check out, visit their website, powerafricasolar.com. Wow, this is the best for you. Guys, the custodians of the presidential vote in a general election, according to me, is the commission. And if you look at, why am I saying that? The person that announces the MCA is the returning officer. The person that announces results for the MP is the returning officer. The women rep, senator, and governor is the county returning officer. But the president is announced by the presidential RO, who is the chairman of the commission. So, if you followed through the last general election, you actually realize that in terms of the presidential vote, the Azimio team has argued very well that any other fishy business was done at the commission level. Now, the damning revelations on how commissioners, people who are actually employed on merit, competency-based recruitment, were reduced to waiters and hospitality officials in Bomas of Kenya, really pointed out on the corporate culture, the kind of corporate culture at IEBC and its general organization behavior. If a commissioner could be reduced to a waiter in a VIP lounge, ni kupatia wageni maji, then what do you think? What kind of environment is that? How about the intern? That means the intern can be at the same level with the other casual workers. I can acknowledge the fact that, and I feel the fact that the judges were equally shocked at the level of dysfunctionality. And if there is the wing of Azimio lawyers that did their best, was the wing that was representing the four majority commissioners. Actually, they are the majority because majority ni watatu. They are the majority. Minority ni wale watatu. They really successfully revealed to the country and to the Supreme Court the kind of commission that actually we were talking about. And this, to me, this dysfunctionality is a focal point to be, because I can tell you that as the decision will come, this will come out very bold. The judges took stock of the dysfunctionality of that commission. And Supreme Court, unlike in his previous rulings in 2017, there is a need to call for cleanup of the commission. Even some election observers, I read an observer report that have revealed that have spoken about recommendations in future that the commission really need to be restructured. There is a lot of system flaws, system breach, and it seems the operation structure of the commission is open to manipulation from all corners. After 2017, something went wrong. Remember, after that general election, it was nullified on grounds that were, according to the judges then, the grounds that were very valid, but they did not instigate corrective measures on what exactly needed to be done to avoid this. And were it not for the public activism by NASA going to the street to call publicly that Ezra Chiloba to resign from that commission, I think we will still be having the same commission. Later on, Ezra Chiloba left. Rosalind Nakombe left earlier. The 4 other commissioners also left. And we remained with 3. And so the commission ran with 3. At the end of the day, there are still people who remained there. And when the 4 majority commissioners were brought in last year in September, they could be in a position to reveal to the country what exactly happened. And what am I saying here? I insist, and I look at it this way. I'm not a system expert, or maybe not an organization management expert. I'm not in management. But in one of my good, just informal talks with my good friend Jackie, there is a need for the constitution. I don't know that it will be a constitutional thing, or it will be a constitutional review. It will need a constitutional review, or it can go through parliament just through recommendations, that there should be well-laid distinct role of all the 7 commissioners. We should not have, in future, if we are going to have 7 commissioners, I still doubt whether when the interviews are going on, we have a chairman. Or the truth is that all the 7 commissioners should be having specific roles, such that if we are employing a commissioner, then we're like, this one is going to be in charge of ICT. Just like in cabinet, we have people that are taking charge of different departments. So when there is a problem of ICT, you go to Jomusheru. When there is a problem of security, you go to so. Now, I'm not saying that we should have a cabinet in the commission, but we should have a commission where each and every role of every commissioner is well defined. If someone is going to be in charge of ICT, it's that. If someone is going to take care of the data management, we understand. These are people that have expertise, so that the specialization will actually help the commission to work fully with the secretariat. And let me say, IEBC has commission and secretariat. I have seen a recommendation, I think, by one of the lobby groups, that the secretariat should be disbanded, and we have a commission that runs the operation, maybe, and it's tailor-made to different departments. In NGOs, we have chief of parties. From where I worked in PS Kenya, we had chief of parties. Chief of parties really work with specific departments on probably specific projects, so that it becomes an active. We don't have a boardroom commission where the decisions are just made and for them it's just decision, it ends there. I think there is more into what we're looking at. Unlike where roles are deemed to be assigned by a chairman who seems to be enjoying some veto power. That is something that you could see from engagements even with the political parties. When Tuju was saying that Abdi Gulie and Chebukati went to his house to talk to him over something that he could not reveal, and they also met in an undisclosed location. What are they pointing out, or what are they saying? What Tuju is simply saying is, we have a commission where a chairman and some few commissioners have some powers where they can go and negotiate in some hotel somewhere, then come up and override that decision, simply because they seem to be running. If there is something in ICT and we are supposed to do some data business in the infrastructure, but one of the commissioners is in charge, what that means is a chairman cannot go and negotiate out there what they are going to do, because the truth of the matter is that the results were just auctioned to the highest bidder. So what this is, and I want to reveal why this is very necessary. Unto one day to the end of the 15 days extension challenge for Sarah Tieno's fundraiser. Thank you, guys. We are moving to the end of it. I have so far what's remaining is around 37,000. Yes, I think that's 7,000. As by the time I was shooting this video, I believe that this is going to be brought to completion. I want to still urge us to let's just push to this last mile. Akitujaribu tu tujaze so that on Wednesday, because there will be Supreme Court on Monday, on Tuesday I will start the process of now on Tuesday, on Monday, which on Wednesday we will finish up so that Sarah can be discharged. For those who still maybe are listening for the first time, we have been running a fundraiser here to support one of our subscribers who was going through some hard time in Kenyatta after she was locked in due to a medical bill that raised 1 million after suffering acute leukemia. And we have been covering. The remainder that remained was 215, and now we did an extension of 15 days that is ending tomorrow. So the last mentions of this is actually tomorrow. I want to humbly still reach out to you in a special way to Jaribu. Let's just try 50, 100, 20, 10, whatever you have, so that we fill it up. I believe that by Tuesday we shall have the 215 cash so that we can pay up and Sarah be discharged. Asanteni sana. Now, the number is there, 0710 62 78 89. And I still continue to say thank you. Now, why is it necessary for Supreme Court to go after that commission? Leave alone whether you give the results, whether the verdict favors Raila or Ruto, whether you uphold or nullify. But there is one thing, there is a consensus that we must all agree, that I think the Supreme Court must seize that opportunity. I can say if William Ruto was supporting the IEBC and the ruling is made and his win is upheld, and so is president, tell me, will he have the good faith to actually fix the commission? The answer is no. So, but with an initiation process from the Supreme Court verdict, we can really every now other body or any organization can pick it up from there. The secretariat activities of the secretariat of the commission, it seems to have really been coordinated by the chairman. In fact, this is what I'm saying. The day-to-day operation of IEBC is actually by secretariat. There is a secretariat and there is a commission. But the link between secretariat and the commission is the chairman. And you can challenge me on this. However, if you remember the ballot printing tender issue, it was all between Chebukati and Marjan Hussein. Now, for that layer, for the coordination of good coordination, if you are going to have both, then each commission should have specific departments within the secretariat. The secretariat is where there are logistics, there is the warehouse, there is the data, there is the ICT and everything, the personnel and everything. So there should be specific commissioners, especially on matters of election. Of course, we are not going to take a commission to take charge of your HR department. No. Or maybe executive. No, no, no. But now on matters of election, ICT, data management, tendering process, all that, we should have that so that we don't have, we remove the imperial chairman who enjoys some veto power. We have an imperial chairman. And I'm saying this because the fact that some 4 commissioners could be reduced to waiters only means that there was a chain of command where someone says you do this and that's how it goes. That needs to be looked at carefully, and to reduce the powers of the so-called chairman, who is the national returning officer. And I think the position of that national returning officer, it should not be a position where someone says mtadu, so that when commissioners walk out and there is a disconnect and some people are heading somewhere, even if I have results, because I am the chairman I'm the returning officer, I can just go to my room, cook the results. Because I'm the returning officer, I'm going to announce those results. But if you have the joints of different, where yule ako in charge of ICT, huyu ako in charge of this, anakuambia hapa kwa ICT kuna issue, so we shikilia tuangalie. That's how we are going to have efficiency. But an imperial chairman with all the powers of announcing the president-elect will just wake up in the morning and just do that. Guys, what's your take on that? Now, I want to say that we must make the commission operative organ, be the operative organ of IEBC. I'm saying operative organ because they must be hands-on. The operative organ of the IEBC now is secretariat. And I agree with people who say that we should disband that secretariat. Secretariat is what is led by Marjan Hussein. And these are the people that offer the deliveries. The delivery unit of IEBC is the secretariat. And that secretariat is not in the limelight. You only know Marjan Hussein. The other people down there, they are not. And so for them, they are just implementers of what the commission, the decision that is made by the commission. I believe that the commission, we should look at it on a way that they can be hands-on everything. They know where a commissioner can explain that I have access to that server and this and this. And if you take a commissioner to an interview in media house, they can reveal themselves. They can explain what exactly happens. Not just some 2 or 3 people who knows operandi. And so without that, we will still have imperial chairman or an imperial CEO that runs everything. The challenge here is, if you have the center of power, only some 2 or 3 people that can overrule everyone, then these are the people that the political class are going to go for. And so this circle of election rigging is not going to be intercepted in due course. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my bold.